There is this infamous drawing that floats around the construction industry. And even people who know about the construction industry or have worked with the construction industry, I'm sure you've seen it. It's this little boat, it's a little dinghy that basically is named original contract. And then next to it is this massive yacht that says change order. I've seen this drawing come up so many times throughout my career. I've seen it posted on TAC boards in owners' meetings. I've seen it come through emails multiple times. Somehow I cannot find it anywhere online. might be representative of my terrible search capabilities online. I don't know. For all the places I've seen it throughout my entire career, I can't find it. But I did find this photo, and it is very much obviously representative of what I'm talking about. Of course, it's not a sketch, so somebody took the sketch to heart and actually named their boats this. Or heck, maybe the sketch was actually based off of this photo. Either way, a management consultant named Brian Ernest took this photo. So thank you, Brian, because I need this visual for my video today. This cartoon or this photo has always irked me throughout my career. In my eyes, this drawing or this picture provides a stigma that contractors actually like change orders and that they're looking for any reason to create change orders because this is how they make their money. And that is what I'm here to explain today, because I hate this representation of contractors because it's inaccurate. For the majority of us, it's inaccurate. And this is not saying that there aren't some bad apples out there. There might honestly be some contractors making bank on change orders. For the majority of us, the intent is pure. The overhead and profit is honest, and they take pride in what they do. And actually, I would submit that typically when you say change order to a contractor, their first instinctual reaction is going to be to cringe, not rub their hands together in anticipation. It's going to be like, we've got a change order. They're going to be like, okay, yeah, let's get through this. It's like that unintentional reaction to change. They're like, oh, okay, what do you got for me? It's not skipping on rainbows for us. I'm just gonna say, change orders are not this amazing process where we get to make a bunch of money and then go hang out on the yacht at the end of the year. Not the case. Typically, the change orders cause more work, more stress, and more challenges, right? And so really, initially, who wants that? Sign me up. Not necessarily. We do love challenges, but sometimes they can get a little too challenging, maybe is a good way to say it. We have to figure out how to fit more work into what I'm assuming is already a tight schedule. I honestly cannot remember the last time or if I ever finished a project leisurely. Right? It's always like coming down to the finish line and you're racing to get everything done, and we've always made it. We've never been behind schedule, but it's a challenge to fit all of that work into these tight time frames. So creating, just putting and packing more and more stuff into the bag that's obviously not a stretchy or elastic bag, it becomes challenging. Along with fitting all of that information within a tight schedule, you have to change. It's kind of like a freight train. Say you want to turn a freight train around, right? It's not that easy. It's really not. You've got momentum, you're going, you've got all these cars behind you, everybody's going in the same direction. And then we have a change, we have to stop the train. Well, right? It stops all of those other train cars. Those are all of the other trades and everybody that's coming up behind us. So then you have to turn that around. You're trying to turn the entire train around. You're trying to turn the entire project. Every bit of everybody who's working on that project has to be on the same page and know about those changes. So it becomes a challenge. It's difficult. Communication's hard. Who said communication was easy? It's bullshit. But because this is challenging does not mean that you should not make changes to your building. If a client, an engineer, or an architect want to make a change, we are going to do everything in our power to create that change for them, whether it's good for us or not. Sometimes I think we probably take it on when we probably shouldn't, because it might be a little too late in the project, and we're just creating more and more stress for our subcontractors because we're just piling them on top of each other. We're apparently terrible at saying no. Just know that about us. Just being aware of this, that not everything is going to go perfect, that's going to create the perfect project. This is what creates that team working together and understanding and trust and moving forward. And that's what's going to create that beautiful building and what you want in that building. Contractors are a very prideful bunch, and they take a lot of pride in their work. They want to create that good building, and the effectiveness of the communication of the change and the intent is going to create a more effective, better result in the end and reduce those change orders.